Hi everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. This is Lady Vintage Bags here, and today I'm coming at you with another look for less video. And the bag we're talking about today is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Monceau. And is this the vintage answer to the Louis Vuitton Pochette Metis? So let's get into it. And if you do enjoy my video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll always be notified every time I put up an upload. We all know the Pochette Metis is a really popular bag worldwide, and sometimes it's been sold out of the boutiques, so people have been turning to the reseller market and paying exorbitant fees just to get their hands on this bag. So let's see if the Monceau is a suitable substitute for the Pochette Metis. Now the Pochette Metis can range in Australia from prices starting at $3,150 for the monogram versions to $3,550 for the Empriente version, which is what I'm going to be comparing my Monceau to today, to $4,550 for the Crafty collection. And that's the most expensive Pochette Metis available on the Australian website currently. So let's compare what the two bags look like side by side. So starting out with the front view, so we can see some similar aspects already. So we have this rectangle shape, we've got a top handle, and we've got an S-lock with this leather flap, and we've got a crossbody strap. Now we can already see that the Monceau has a bigger S-lock compared to the Metis, and also if we come up closer we can see the Monceau has a keyhole here. So this is a lockable S-lock, whereas the Metis is not lockable. Unfortunately I don't have the key for my Monceau, so I can't demonstrate that to you, but these can be locked if you do have the key, so that strangers can't come and open your bag. We can also see that the top handle on the Monceau is a little bit taller than on the Metis, so this makes carrying it by the top handle a bit more comfortable on the Monceau as well. And we can see that we have epi leather on the Monceau versus Empriente leather on the Metis. Now the Monceau also comes in monogram canvas and other epi leather colours such as Castilian red and Kenyan fawn, whereas the Pochette Metis comes in a larger variety, so you can get the monogram canvas, reverse canvas, Empriente leather, and you can get it in a few collections too. So you can get it in the Crafty collection, you can get it in the My World Tour collection, and you can also get it in the new collection with the large LV print on Empriente leather too. So let's take a look at the interior view. So straight away you can see some differences. So the Monceau is actually fully leather lined, so that to me that's a really luxe feature, and the Metis is fabric lined. In terms of interior organization, so you can see the Monceau is one large compartment and one small compartment at the front and one zippered pocket as well. Whereas the Metis has three internal compartments. So I do find that the Monceau organization has an advantage. If you were to needing to carry big items, say for example you wanted to use full-size headphones, you could easily fit that inside the Monceau, or if you were using a full-size wallet you could easily fit that inside the Monceau, and you don't really have to play too much Tetris with this. Whereas in the Metis you might be limited in using larger items, even though they would fit in the bag, but the space has been compartmentalized, therefore limiting the large things you can actually put in there. So you could even fit in a small cosmetic case in here. So that's my cosmetic case. So I'm putting that in and closing the bag. And that fits in there comfortably. So let's compare the base and side view of this bag. So you can see there are some differences. So the Metis does have a flatter bottom and flatter side gussets, whereas the Monceau does concave in for the bottom and also concaves in for the side gussets. So let's compare the back view. So the Pochette Metis does have a back pocket, whereas the Monceau does not. Now this might be a deal breaker for some people. So now let's take a look at some mod shots of the bag. So here's the bag as a top handle. Here it is as a shoulder bag. Here it is as a crossbody. And just for some extra spice, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the graffiti guitar strap. So here's my black graffiti guitar strap. So it looks like so. So I'm just going to attach it to the D-rings. I I've seen people change out their Pochette Metis strap for other straps as well, and it gives it a cool edgy look. So here's the Monceau. So I think that gives it a really nice edgy look too. Here it is as crossbody, as a shorter crossbody if you want it to be a bit more edgy. Of course you can lengthen the strap if you want it to be a longer crossbody. So let's do a size comparison of this bag. So I have an ad here from Fashionphile with the Black Pochette Metis in Empriente leather, so I'll be comparing it to that. So on Fashionphile it's stating that the length of the bag is 9.25 inches for the Metis. So let's compare this to the Monceau. So this is coming up at about 11 inches, which also works out to be 28 centimeters. So the Monceau is a little bit longer. So let's compare the height of the bag. So on Fashionphile it's saying that the Metis is 7 inches high. So the Monceau is about 9 inches high, which is about 23 centimeters. So the Monceau is longer than the Metis and also taller than the Metis. So let's take a look at the width of the bag. So Fashionphile is saying that the Metis is 2.75 inches wide. Now this is the Monceau empty and it's about 2 inches wide. So it's about 5 centimeters. I'm just going to stretch it out just to emulate it being a bit full. And it's about 2.75 inches as well. So it's about 7 centimeters. So the Monceau so far is longer than the Metis, taller than Metis, and also just about the same width as the Metis. Now let's compare the strap drop. So on the Metis, Fashionphile is saying that this top handle is 1 inch tall, whereas the Monceau is about 1.5 inches. So that reinforces what I said about it's a bit easier to use the top handle on the Monceau. Now let's compare the strap drop of the two. So on Fashionphile it's saying the strap drop is 18.5 inches long. Now I have the Monceau on the shortest strap setting here, and this is about 20.5 inches, so we do have a bit of a longer strap drop. Now in terms of how many holes we have to play with, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 adjustment holes on this strap, whereas the Metis, I believe, currently only has 5 adjustment holes. I think the earlier models did have 7, but I think they now only have 5. Now the great thing about both bags is that they both do come with detachable and adjustable crossbody straps. So let's just take a look at the beautiful detail on the Monceau strap. So we can see Louis Vuitton there, and we can also see Louis Vuitton on those D-rings. Now the D-rings are in different places. So on the Monceau we do have them on the top of the bag with the top handle, whereas on the Metis they're on the side gussets. Now I have seen some videos where Metis owners have said they've experienced wearing on the glazing from the strap being attached there, and rubbing on the top. So that's not going to happen with the Monceau. Now we've all heard many stories about the many glazing issues happening with the Metis, and many of the flat cracking issues that have happened with the Metis as well, and a lot of the Metis have been deemed defective and a lot of people have had to have their bags refunded or exchanged, whereas this doesn't seem to be happening with the Monceau. A lot of these Monceaus are very old, over 20 years old, and so they will have cracked glazing, but that is from 20 years of wear and tear as opposed to just 1 or 2 years wear and tear. So I think in terms of durability, the Monceau has shown itself to hold up very well. Now this is from 1994. Look at the condition of this beauty. So I don't know what sort of life it has lived before me, but whoever had it took wonderful care of it and it did not let its previous owners down. Now let's talk in terms of current prices. So as I said on the Australian website, the Empriente Black Pochette Metis is going for $3,550. Now how much did I pay for this bag? $605 including shipping. So you tell me, do you consider this to look for less? Because I definitely do. Actually, if anything, if I could choose between the two, I think I'd stick with the Monceau. I have a preference for vintage bags, so for me the Monceau suits my style more than the Metis. Of course I'd just love to have both if money wasn't an object. So I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you consider this to look for less? Do you consider Epi to be a durable substitute for the Empreinte leather? Would you consider no back pocket to be a deal breaker? Do you already own this bag? Give me a thumbs up if you are already a Monceau owner, and please comment down below which version of the Monceau you have. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a nice day.